That's why I always say, if you're gonna carry a gun, you gotta exercise common sense and common decency. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to talk about an incident that happened in Columbia, South Carolina. 14-year-old boy got shot to death outside of a convenience store, Shell gas station. One of my good friends called me this morning and told me about it because he lives right down the street from there. So check out this news story and then we're going to talk about this.
A Columbia convenience store owner charged with murder tonight after the shooting death of a 14-year-old boy. Richland County deputies say that Rick Chow, who owns a Shell gas station near Park Lane Road in Columbia, chased Cyrus Carmack Belton from his store last night after suspecting him of shoplifting. That incident happened, according to deputies, at about 8 p.m. on Sunday night. Investigators say Chow shot the boy in the back just down the road off the convenience store property on Spring Tree Drive.
Nick Neville's joining us, and Nick, there had been some protesters out there during the day. Tell us what the scene is now on Park Lane Road there in front of that convenience store.
Dondi and Judy, so community activists and advocates against gun violence hadn't been out here all day, really all afternoon. That crowd has dwindled some. There's also a sign on the door of this gas station that says, "We're closed for Memorial Day. Sorry for the inconvenience." Now, throughout the day, multiple people came by. At one point, Richland County Coroner Nada Rutherford provided an update to this crowd shortly after 3 o'clock, and there was loud applause from the crowd when Chow's charge was announced.
It's senseless. It doesn't make sense.
Richland County Sheriff Leon Lott describing the murder of 14-year-old Cyrus Carmack Belton outside a Shell gas station on Park Lane Road Sunday night. The store's owner, Rick Chow, has been charged in the killing.
It's just sad. It's sad. If y'all would have seen that baby's name right there, that's all I could see. All I could see.
The owner suspected Cyrus of shoplifting inside the store, which RCSD has said did not happen.
Regardless, even if he had shoplifted 4 bottles of water, which is what he initially took out of the cooler and then he put them back, even if he'd done that, that's not something you shoot anybody over, much less a 14-year-old, but you just don't do that.
At one point, there was a verbal confrontation inside the store, but no indication that things turned physical. Cyrus was running away when he was shot. The coroner's office says he had 1 gunshot wound to the right lower back. Deputies recovered a gun believed to belong to the victim near his body. RCSD says there's no evidence he pointed it at or threatened Chow. One woman who saw the shooting happen and called 911 is calling for justice.
Do you even want to go in the store now? Because anything can happen now these days, and everybody's getting trigger happy. That young man didn't have to die like that, but for me to witness that yesterday, like, I'm in fear for my own brother. And for any of the kids that's in my neighborhood, because these kids, they come outside all the time. They come to the store all the time. Now it's like, now you got to watch your kids.
Had the opportunity today briefly to speak with one of Cyrus's brothers. He did not want to go on camera, said his entire family, especially his mother, is torn up. He said Cyrus was a great kid, really smart. He said he taught him everything he knew, and he said he didn't deserve what happened to him. Reporting in Columbia, Nick Neville, WIS News 10.
Nick, thank you very much. Richland County deputies tell WIS they are reviewing surveillance video as a part of the investigation. Sheriff Lott also says there have been a number of incidents and confrontations between customers and store owners at that Shell gas station before, but nothing that rose to the level of charging Chow in relation to any of those incidents. Richland District 2 also issued a statement this afternoon saying, quote, "The Richland 2 family is devastated to learn of the tragic death of one of our Summit Parkway Middle School students. Our students, teachers, and school staff are grieving, and our district staff will be there tomorrow to support them through it. Our deepest sympathies go out to the Carmack Belton family in their time of loss."
All right, so y'all saw that. The sheriff even said the young man didn't steal anything. The store owner claims that the boy stole some stuff, which he didn't. They said he took 4 bottles of water out the refrigerator and then he put them back in. Then there was a verbal altercation, and the boy then ran off, and they gave chase and shot this boy in the back. And the store owner saying that the boy had a gun, which a weapon was recovered next to him, but we don't know if the boy had it or if the store owner planted it on him. But in no way did the boy deserve to get shot, because he wasn't pointing the weapon at anyone. Now, I did a story a few months ago in Michigan how there was I think a 13-year-old boy who robbed a truck stop for a bunch of cash and fired a shot into the ceiling or in the wall or whatever, and he should have been shot, because when he pulled that gun, he threatened everyone's life in the store, and he should have been shot. But this is no way, shape, or form like that at all. Even if the boy had stolen some stuff, you can't shoot someone for committing misdemeanor shoplifting. That's ridiculous. That's why I always say, if you're gonna carry a gun, you gotta exercise common sense and common decency. And everything he did was contrary to that. If you suspect someone of shoplifting in your store, even if they took some stuff and ran out the store like that, then you still can't shoot someone for that. Now, if they snatch some stuff from your store and then they pull out a gun and announce a robbery, that's another story. None of that happened here. And I'm glad that they charged him and they acted swiftly, charged with murder. Now, hopefully he gets convicted of that and gets the maximum sentence, because his actions were totally egregious, totally uncalled for. I'm going to put the link to this news story in the description box. I'm also going to put the link to the press conference that the sheriff had. That's about 30 minutes long. I'm going to put the link to that in here as well. During that press conference, I've already seen it, one of the reporters asked the sheriff if they were going to shut the store down. No, the sheriff's office doesn't have the authority to do that. Only time a business can be shut down like that is if it's been proven that the place is a public nuisance. Like there was always cases of violence, always police activity there, things like that, then they can build a case to get a place shut down. But that doesn't apply here. So of course they're not going to be shut down. But what I'm going to tell all the people of Columbia, South Carolina, think about it like this. If you support that business, if you choose to patronize that business, just know that every dollar you spend there is going toward this clown's legal defense and for his family, to support his family. Just think about that. If everyone stops going to that store, they're going to have to shut down. So I'm going to say it again. Every dollar you spend at this store from this point on, you are contributing to this murderer's legal defense. Look at it like that. Like I said, going back to the fact that a gun was recovered near the boy after he had been shot. We don't know if the boy had the gun on his person when he entered the store. But like I said, if he's running away like that, now if he's running and then turns and points a gun at someone, then yes, he can legally be shot at that point. But I don't know why he ran from the store. There was a verbal altercation, then he took off running, which I still don't understand that part. I have not seen the security footage from the store or the other business nearby where he got shot. I haven't seen any of that stuff yet, so I'm still looking for that. And if I find that, I will let y'all know. So if you're going to carry a firearm, you have to have discernment when you can shoot and not shoot. If for you the lines are blurred as to when you can shoot and when you can't shoot, then you don't need to have a firearm in your possession, because that's when you're going to end up like this clown here, end up shooting an innocent person. This guy's probably going to spend his entire life savings on legal fees. Always remember that you're responsible for every bullet that comes out of your gun. You have to know when you can and can't shoot. It's just that simple. Having the right to bear arms is one thing, but doing so responsibly is another thing. You should get training. And I always tell my students in my class, if you're a hot-headed individual, if you fly off the handle, then you do not need to be in possession of a firearm. No other way to put it. If you can't keep a cool head, you don't need a gun in your hand. For the responsible people out here, remember to stay armed, stay vigilant, and stay tactical. We'll see y'all next time.